I am Martha Raddatz. I'm the Senior Foreign Affairs Correspondent for ABC News, which means I guess I'm an older correspondent. Whatever senior means. It means I've been there a long time, and I cover not only domestic policy in terms of what that means as foreign policy, but travel a lot to those places that I cover. And that's always been really important to me. And I have had a lot of support in that. Sometimes I look over the years and think, people so freely say, oh, you've been to this war zone so many times and that war zone so many times. It costs a lot of money to go into those war zones over the years. So this has been a investment by ABC News, I think. And certainly a lot of networks are doing that, but I think it's a good one. I remember a moment when I was covering the White House for a few years, the last, with President Bush, and the war was his whole presidency, it seemed. And everything was focused on that war. So because I was probably the only White House correspondent who was regularly traveling to Iraq, when I came back, I remember I'd just gotten back from Iraq and asking President Bush if he felt that Iraq was turning into a civil war. And he essentially looked at me and said, it's hard for me to tell, living in this big, beautiful White House. You've been there, I haven't. And I thought, well, that. When I think back of that period, and the press is criticized for the build-up to the war and not knowing more and not saying, wait, there's no weapons of mass destruction, which I think would kind of have been difficult for us to tell. I'm very proud of, and I'll say the public, because during that period, they were getting all kinds of pronouncements from everybody in positions of power. It seemed that the war was going well. Media was criticized for saying all we're doing is looking for bad news. Well, the truth is the war wasn't going well, and the public figured that out. And the strategy was changed. There was pressure on a lot of policymakers, on a lot of the military to make changes, and they did. So I think, despite the fact, and President Bush even eventually said in an interview with me, yes, I knew it wasn't going well, but I wanted to keep the morale of the troops up. And I thought, I think they knew it wasn't going so well either. But that the American public finally realized the truth in that sense. And if the press played a role in that, which I think they did, I think that's a role to be proud of. And I think, I hear more and more from the military, certainly from civilians, that I feel like we're really in the end game there now. We really are. It's not just, administration really doesn't want to talk about Afghanistan that much. They really don't. They don't want that to be a central factor. They talk about it, they honor the soldiers and the Marines and all the military who are involved, but it is not a topic of conversation they want all the time. So for me, to find some way to tell a story that people will remember that we're there, this is a huge cost in blood and treasure and a huge cost to the American taxpayer. And they need to figure out, they need to continue that dialogue about whether America should be there, and if they stay there, what it is they want to accomplish. And I think those are questions the American public deserve an answer.